as players, we want to go out there and win by as much as possible, and play as great as you can. Whatever happens, with the score, it happens. So relay that to the fans who feel upset. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
I mean, we get it. This isn't Kevin Durant today, but he's had a chip in his shoulder now for quite some time, ever since the move last year to leave OKC, go to Golden State. And I think people have still debated this almost a year later, whether or not this is Benedict Arnold treason or something he had the right to do. Because people seem to still be defining.
He obviously has the right to do. We know that. All of this is our little 2 cents, and that's all it is. He's gone on record to go out of his way to say how happy he is. It was the best move ever, win or lose. And that's all come out of last week. What we heard here with you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah,
he said, I don't care about parity.
It's not my fault that the rest of the league
sucks. Is not my fault.
That's not me.
To me, it still comes down to the one thing that this was the one team he couldn't go to. The Spurs, fine. Any other super team, fine. But the team that ripped your heart out, who had already won 73 games, it just was the most cop-out decision he possibly could have made. And look, that doesn't take any shine off the finals for me. This is so anticipated.
And if he wins,
so excited.
does it change that?
It's worth half. I've said it. It's like a 0.5 ring.
But you would have been fine about the
Reference
Spurs
needs to put. I would have been fine with the Spurs.
So there was
that
much of a gap.
I would have loved that decision, but I would not have nearly judged him as much on a sheer basketball level. Would not have judged him near as much as going to the Warriors. I mean, guys, this feels like, to put it at kid terms, when you're playing in the playground. It feels like, you win one, I win one, and you go and bring, like, your older cousin who doesn't live in the town. He's not from the neighborhood. He's like a junior in high school. We're all in 8th grade.
Right.
And he's like, whoa, this is not even. And LeBron on the other side of the...
Yeah, he's got,
the little preteen mustache. He drives like a Fontana up or one of those bad old discontinued cars. And LeBron has to get like some old rinky-dink guys from the neighborhood like Darren Williams and Corver. Hey, you could shoot a little bit. You could play. Spray paint your hair. Let's go to the park. They brought this big crazy kid who's too good. And they were already good.
Because of the way Dylan thinks, it's put a chip on his shoulder, hasn't it? Kevin Durant's a different guy than he was a year ago because of that belief. So now he puts in the black hat.
To see it forming.
Yeah. He said 3 years ago, when he was 8 years into the league, I've now figured this out. I'm not going to hold back. I've now been nice this long.
I'm not going to be nice
to speak my mind. Or I'm going to be candid.
We saw the Vader part of Kevin Durant. He's still likable. He's still an incredible player.
Is he as likable? Because he was the most
He's likable. I don't think he's near as likable.
I love him.
Right?
He's kind of netted by this super team.
And I love that combination with Russell Westbrook. I thought it was fun. I thought it was like this young splash of energy into the league that was so good. It played perfect fodder in the Western Conference with the old Spurs, this juggernaut team, Warriors, and then this upstart team that was so talent-driven with the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're robbed of that team. And don't you think the basketball gods have kind of struck down some lightning and said, now he will have a triple-double? That's how pissed we are.
I think, there's a lot of different directions you can go here, but the fact that he went to the one team where it was 7 games, they were up 3-1, they snatched games 5, 6, and 7 away from
him. He didn't play that
great. They won 7.
No,
he didn't play great. So you know what? This is hard. I'm going to make it easy. Yeah. And I think that sports fans want the route to the top to be hard.
If I can pick his route, I want him to take the hard route.
Is this easy? You're still going up against
still hard.
It's
easier.
Above Michael Jordan.
It's funny. Like, we just want the incline to not go down. If it's at 7, we want it to. We don't want you to go down to a 4.
It's the same way LeBron's 2 championships in Miami just don't feel like they mean as much as the Cleveland championship. This championship, if it's earned with Golden State, Vegas says it's almost 3-1 favorites. They're going to win. I'm shocked at the odds, but they've formed this unbelievable super team, and that's all it is. It's sort of like saying this isn't worth as much if he could beat the Warriors, beat the Spurs, and beat LeBron with the Thunder, with Russ.
So has this ever happened?
Like, and that's fine. I understand.
Are we also angry? And we have fans that are 60 years old that might be watching and saying, "Has this ever happened before? Is this new? Is this unprecedented?" In the sense of just the NBA, it's not unprecedented. Here are the closest ones. Now, the tricky thing is free agency has become so rampant and a part of the collective bargaining agreement, and the salaries and the power the players have on where the ownership feels they need the player more than the player needs it. It's so different. It's flipped. But you had to demand trades. You needed to refuse to play. So here you got Will Chamberlain refused, was the MVP, refused to come back to play. with the Warriors went to the 76ers, went to the Lakers, went to 5 of 6 finals. With West, they get a ring. Right?
That was kind of
one.
a can't beat him, join him situation.
Totally.
That's before our time.
Earl Monroe. The
Pearl.
Knicks win one. He likes that. He refuses to play, traded to the Knicks, wins the second one with Frazier.
There you go.
The biggest example. The
Knicks
example.
curse for the rest of time.
There you go. How about that? That could be Carl for the Warriors.
Or us.
Here's the biggest
We picked
example.
the wrong squad.
The biggest example is Moses Malone in '82 wins the MVP. The Sixers lost in the finals, and he refuses to play for the Rockets. Or he's a free agent. He goes to the 76ers.
And then they win the NBA championship.
And then they win the NBA
So there is a
championship.
little bit of precedent. This just feels, I think, because of
'cause
social
it's new.
media
Yeah, it's
and
different.
because of everything. And they ripped their heart out last year, coming back 3-1, and now Durant just joins them. Like I said, and I don't want to be misinterpreted, it doesn't take, it only adds to the intrigue of this finals.
Yes.
The Durant storyline makes it
point.
more
But
fascinating.
he does wear the black hat.
But he certainly is more vilified because of the decision he made. And that's our prerogative to judge him. It's his prerogative to be happy and not give two craps what we think, and he shouldn't.
Let's see if he can win now. No easy task. It's not done yet. You got to beat the king and his